Talk Retail TV.
This is the place for retailers to hang out and innovate.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Naomi.
Naomi is a jet captain who teaches other pilots how to fly. What she brings to you is leadership and systems management.
Adam spent 25 years as a tax agent and an accountant, and in that time he's learnt how to find the money and how to help you keep it.
Our mission is to teach you the latest tips and strategies to propel your sales so you can stay ahead of the competition.
Because all retailers deserve more money and time with their family doing the things that they love.
On today's show, we'll bring you the retail news as we see it.
We've got an expert joining us who's going to talk about direct mail strategies.
And Naomi's favourite segment, retail gossip. Welcome to Talk Retail TV News, where today we're talking about Click Frenzy and interest rates, which were both down this week, Naomi.
That's right, Adam. Down. The servers were down today with the team at the Click Frenzy online sales store. 20 minutes after the virtual doors opened, the servers went down, even after consumers were promised that that wouldn't happen.
What was the result, Naomi, for other retailers?
For other retailers, Adam, their sales went up because obviously people were sitting there with their credit card in hand. Not only were the consumers unhappy, but also advertisers that were charged $30,000 to have a spot on the site.
Wow, so something went down and it wasn't quite what they were expecting. Tell you what else was down this week is interest rates, retailers. Interest rates are down, which means that actually shoppers should have more money in their back pocket to spend with you. So that's good news.
So, interest rates, Adam, although they're boring to talk about, tell us what's happening with them and how is it going to affect retail shopping this week?
Well, Naomi, yes, something else that's going down this week is interest rates. And with interest rates being down, what it should do is bring more shoppers into the store as it frees up their money. They're actually spending less on paying their debt, so they should have a few more dollars in their back pocket to spend with the retailers this week. What it also means for retailers is that you should be spending a little less money on covering your own debt, which will help put some more money in your back pocket. So interest rates going down, I believe, is good news for retailers.
Good news for retailers.
Talk Retail TV, top pick of the week. This week, Naomi, I think John Lewis Department Store is our top pick of the week. Do you want to explain to the retailers what did they do so right this week?
Yeah, we really love the John Lewis Department Store in the UK. Just to put you in the loop, they have a turnover over $3 billion, 35 stores, so it's not that many. And that Noel Saunders, the managing director of some of the stores there, explains that their turnover is due to their innovation with their customers and understanding that online customers and physical customers are the same thing, they're just a different channel to market.
Right, so also I believe they had a new innovation this week, Naomi, or something that they've been working on for a while with regard to keeping in contact with their clients.
It's a great innovation, Adam. What they do is when you come into the store, you get to choose your outfit, try it on, put it all together, you get a photo taken, and then they send it to you. So they're keeping the relationship going with you by sending you and having an excuse to send something to you whenever you come in.
It's also something that they can send out for birthdays and calendars at the end of the year. We think it's a great way to stay in touch with their customers and build trust and rapport. So it's our top pick of the week. Naomi, Talk Retail TV's expert of the week. Steve Plummer, our old mate's coming to join us.
Yes, he is. Not only is Steve Plummer a Top Gun, he's a master of words. He's a copywriter and he's worked out that the power is in the words. After a few quiet drinks with Steve, he's agreed to reveal 5 secrets to direct mail success and how to apply them in your business. So Steve, thanks for joining us. What is direct mail and how can it improve a retailer's business?
Okay, it's pretty simple. I mean, what a lot of people do in terms of advertising is they put a flyer in people's letterboxes or they put an ad in the newspaper, and that's kind of hit and miss. You know, you hope that something happens. What direct mail is and does is it changes the game in the business owner's favour because you mail directly to a person. So you have their contact details, you need to get people's contact details, I guess that's lesson number 1, and then you contact them directly via mail.
Okay, so how do we actually measure the success of a direct mail campaign?
With any marketing you got to, well, you know, what we say in the copywriting game, test and measure. You test something small, and if you get a good response, then you roll it out big. Whereas what a lot of people will do is they'll print off 5,000 flyers and, you know, send them to however many houses and hope that it works. Well, we don't want to hope something works when we're rolling it out in the thousands. We want to know that it works. So we test small and then we roll out big. So if you're getting a response, say you send out 100, whatever it might be, 100 letters, you're getting 5 people back, you're getting a 5% response. You know that's going to work. So then you roll it out big. You don't just put it out and hope that it's going to work.
And can direct mail work for any retailer or small business?
Oh, totally. Any and every business should be using direct mail.
Wow, that's
For the simple reason that your competitors won't see it, whereas the competitors will see the flyer, the competitors will see what's on the website, TV, but they will not see what you're doing via direct mail. In any advertisement, any letter, anything you send out, the number one thing, you've got to make sure you've got a compelling headline, because the very first thing that your prospect will read will be that headline. Okay, and if it doesn't stop them in their tracks, then they won't read another word. So you have to have a very compelling, a very powerful headline that makes them want to read on. So that's the first thing. The most effective things that I do is I use lumpy mail. Now what that means is that instead of a letter arriving which is just a standard letter that's nice and flat, you actually put an object in there. And that object actually makes the envelope pregnant, it makes it fat, and human beings are curious people. You know, we want to know what it is. If there's something out of the ordinary, something that's fat in an envelope, you know, we can't help but rip it open. So what we try and do is we try and get attention, get the letter open, because the number one reason your letter or your direct mail piece gets ignored is it doesn't get open. So we don't want to be in the pile with the bills or the pile that goes in the bin. We want to be the letter that's first opened, and we do that by attaching a lump. Now, people say, well, what sort of lump? Well, it could be anything from an eraser to a party blower to a toy soldier. Anything that's going to stand out and get your prospect to open that particular letter which has your offer in it. Now, there is a key, a little secret here. You've got to actually tie in or explain why you've included the lump that you have. You know, for example, if it's a toy soldier, a little plastic soldier, you might say, you know, as you can see, I've attached a soldier to this letter. Why? Well, there's a war going out there in the new economy, and what offer I've got for you will help you fight that war and win. So you've got to tie it in and explain to them why you've included it. So the first thing was a really good headline, but to get your letter open, you've got to have, well, you don't have to have, but it certainly improves your response if you have a lump or a 3-dimensional piece that goes into your mail, and it makes it stand out and gets your letter open. Success secret number 3 is you've got to have an offer in there. There's no point contacting someone if there's no offer in there. Now, that might sound really basic, but it's amazing how often business owners get this wrong. The thing is, though, you've got to know what your market wants and give that to them. It's not about what you've got to sell. You've got to know your market intimately enough to know what is going to push their buttons and get them to take action. So first thing is headline. Second thing is lumpy mail. Third thing is an offer, because there is a rule in copywriting and marketing circles: weak offer equals weak response. So don't get wimpy with your offers. Build value. Put bonuses in with it. Okay, anything that will compel your prospect to take action to go and do business with you is valuable. One little thing though, if you can't sell it, you can't give it away. So don't take a crappy failed product and try and use that as a bonus. That won't work. That will just devalue your offer. So you've got to have a really strong offer with really cool bonuses, and in any offer, the word free in big capital letters works really well. So that's number 1 was the headline, number 2 is the lump, number 3 is the offer, weak response. We want strong offers. Secret number 4 is a call to action. This is where so many letters, so many pieces of marketing fall down dismally. Now what I mean by a call to action is you've got to actually tell them what you want them to do to take up your offer. So it could be something as basic as pick up the phone, call, whatever your number is. Could be fill out the order form and send it back in the reply close envelope. It could be click on the button if it's a website, for example. Okay, you've got to have a very strong, very clear call to action. And you've got to tell people what's going to happen to them. People don't like walking into a dark room, and they usually won't. So your call to action must be really clear. You know, so to take up this offer, all you have to do is dial whatever the number might be, ask for Sally, you know, and then we'll get the ball rolling. Don't fall into the trap by thinking just putting a telephone number there is enough. you've actually got to go so far as to say, pick up the phone, call the number. Okay, you don't assume that people will know what to do. I know that sounds like we're treating our market with disrespect, but believe me, if you've got a weak call to action, then, or a wimpy one at least, then your response will go down. So make sure it is really strong and clear what they have to do. So number 1 was the headline, number 2 was the lump, incorporating that, number 3 was the offer, number 4 is a call to action, and lastly number 5, if any letter that you send, make sure you include a PS. The PS is the second most read part of any letter. Okay, and what I usually do is I usually reiterate the offer that has urgency and scarcity, so a limited number of the stock or a limited time space they've got to respond to, and I put that in the PS. So there we go, more information that will help you in your business, and the good thing is you can do it for free. There's that really important word too, free, F-R-E-E, big capital letters. So you can get more information for free by visiting www.killercopywritingsecrets.com.au. That's www.killercopywritingsecrets.com.au. You can go there for a month's free trial. You can download whatever it is that you want to download. There's a stack of resources there. There's ads that I've uploaded that I pick out why they don't work. There's winning examples that you can model from. I actually have on that particular site a sales letter, a lumpy mail sales letter that did nearly $150,000 in the solar industry. You can swipe and deploy that, use those same concepts and apply them to your business. So it's www.killercopywritingsecrets.com.au.
So Naomi, what's the hot goss for this week?
The hot goss, Adam, for this week is the Click Frenzy crash, and the poor guy that was responsible for making sure that the site didn't crash.
Yeah, he would have been in his back room rocking uncontrollably, no doubt.
We felt very sorry for him, and we are actually wondering where he is now and what happened to him actually after the big crash.
Also, actually, whether it was a big crash, whether it was a disaster, or actually a stroke of genius.
Well, Adam, it could have been actually a stroke of genius. As long as they market it really well and say sorry and move on, everybody was still waiting there with their credit cards.
Yeah, I actually think it is a stroke of genius, because look at all that free publicity they've got. Fantastic. I mean, the exposure, they couldn't have paid for it.
No, so legends to Click's Frenzy and their crash.
I also think it's a bit like Domino's. Domino's came out to the market and said, actually, when we send you a pizza, you're getting a 2-for-1, because we realise that the box tastes as good as the pizza. So by actually talking about the purple cow in the kitchen, they got great publicity out of it and increased their sales dramatically by telling the truth to the market.
And what about that other story we know of somebody who sent an SMS marketing message out at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yep, sorry.
Everyone thought it was bad until they actually sent the sorry one out the next day, and they got more sales than ever. I think their sales went up 30%.
Fantastic. So by actually saying what's going on to the market, it can be a really great thing. So don't be afraid to make stuff-ups. Everybody does them. Just acknowledge them and get on with business.
And say, we even stuff up sometimes.
All the time, all the time. And look, I think from that point of view, I think the Click Frenzy crash was actually a stroke of genius.
So the hot gossip, Click Frenzy are legends.
Talk Retail TV next week. We've got a great mate coming in, John Dwyer.
John reckons it's the 8th wonder of the marketing world, what he's going to reveal next week.
The 8th wonder of the world? What in the world is he going to reveal, Naomi?
Well, John thinks it's his most powerful marketing tool ever. So you have to come along to check it out.
So what's this marketing tool going to do for us, Naomi? Do you know?
It's got the legs to actually increase your sales within the first week. And John is mentioning something as big as 30%.
Wow, so if you want to increase your sales, make sure you get along and see John next week.
So tune in with us next week on Talk Retail TV.
Thanks for watching.
I don't know.